August 1942. The Allies had been on the defensive in the Pacific theater. The offensive capability of the Japanese had been reduced following the naval battles of Coral Sea and Midway. However, Japan was still on the offensive and was planning invasions of Fiji, New Caledonia, and Samoa. By August 1942, the Imperial Japanese Navy was in the process of constructing a series of bases in the Solomon Islands that would provide a staging area for these planned invasions and offer protection of their major base at Rabaul. The Allies saw this as a major threat to Australia. The Japanese were in the process of constructing an airfield on Guadalcanal that could increase Japanese air cover for their naval forces advancing in the South Pacific. The Allies planned to invade the Solomon Islands in an effort to deny the use of the islands by the Japanese. This would also be the starting point for an island-hopping campaign aimed at retaking the Philippines and eventually invading the Japanese mainland on August 7, 1100. Marines of the 1st Marine Division under the command of Major General Alexander Vandergrift landed on Guadalcanal. The only resistance the Marines faced was the jungle itself. On August 8, they successfully secured the Japanese airfield, which the Marines named Henderson Field. The American Navy planned to withdraw from the area on August 9 after Japanese aircraft attacked the fleet during the initial landings. During the night of August 8, the Japanese Navy surprised the Allied warships and sank 1 Australian and 3 American cruisers. The Navy could not afford to lose another carrier, so they left the Marines without unloading needed equipment and supplies. The Marines formed a perimeter around Henderson Field and small contingent of American aircraft, known as the Cactus Air Force, stationed there. The Japanese landed thousands of troops throughout the month and continually attacked the Marines in an attempt to recapture the airfield. Finally, in February of 1943 the Japanese withdrew their forces from the island. The victory at Guadalcanal was an important military and psychological victory for the Allies. After the campaign, Allied personnel regarded the Japanese military with less fear than previously. Japanese General Torishiro Koibe even said, "As for the turning point, when the positive action ceased or even became negative, it was, I feel, at Guadalcanal."